NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And we get a glance at their leader in the huddle, the veteran, in his 9th season now in the league.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 4 catches, 54 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is the #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
He finds Watson. It's caught. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. No problem there on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Takes it at the 7. And able to get this out to the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. Dalton off play action. He'll buy some time right. Going across the field, he finds Phillips. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The Lions at 8-1 on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Dalton's throw taken in by Miller. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. To throw here, Dalton. This will be caught at about the 6. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Tackling has become almost a must in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
Well, you just totally get the sense there that a field goal was not in the game plan at all.
And the boys up front, they created the surge. I think they knew that they had the left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. A 10-play drive that time. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, their mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Moreland. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Moreland. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beating them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. First down. It's McGee, and he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's taken in by Watson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
On 2nd down, Sellers, and he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know It's not ending.
The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action now. Dalton. Able to find his man, John Phillips. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 18. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Dalton operating in the red zone now. On the move to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Nice job escaping the pocket. And boy, he took the shot downfield towards the end zone, didn't he? Trying to go for 6. It just wasn't there against that coverage. They were ready to prevent the big play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Up the middle they go. Lockhart. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Dalton now to pass. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A bad 3rd down mistake there.
Points were already on the board in their mind. And that's the worst part about it, right? Because it's just like in golf. Never count it in the cup until it rolls in there. Otherwise, you can really get messed up with your scores. In this case, you know they thought, hey, at least 3, maybe even a chance to get 6. It's a little bit demoralizing going off the field now that you've turned it over and you come up empty.
Yeah, if he holds on to that, at least the field goal on 4th down. Now they lose it. To throw on 2nd down. Moreland, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they've got it very deep in enemy territory. It's inside the 5 at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal. In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us. Looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of the bold letter.
And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. Now a handoff up the middle. Sellers. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 44. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Throwing on 1st down. Moreland. Oh, what a juke into space. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Up the middle they go. It's McGee trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Watson has it right side.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on them, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
So here are the Lions to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. He finds his man complete. It's Phillips. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll run on 1st down. Lockhart, and he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The gain of 5 that time gives them the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Lockhart, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Play fake. Here's Dalton. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. To try again after the sack, Dalton. He finds his man complete. That's Phillips. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout
as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? It sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Throwing, now a loose football. The ball comes out, and now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here.
Following the fumble recovery, Moreland, and he fires one that's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. The final act of the first half, Dalton.
Oh, and he's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line, and they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far, and that's going to be how this first half will come to an end.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Lockhart, and he's going to get a second down. Before being brought down, second and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On second down now. Lockhart, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
60 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lockhart, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Up the middle they go. Lockhart. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. Now a handoff up the middle. Lockhart. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there.
With now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. A third down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Looking to throw. Moreland over the middle. It's complete. And he's going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. To throw. Moreland. He gets it to Whalen, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Moreland, and a quick throw here, that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Sellers, and he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And Winslow brings it in over the middle. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 36. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Sellers. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 54 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll get this one complete to Winslow. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
8 yards. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 12-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Moreland. And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Operating from the gun. Moreland. Touchdown, 49ers. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners have cut it back within a score. To try here for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage. Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Play action here with Dalton.
Rolling to his right. He finds his man, complete. It's Phillips. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And 22 more yards there and another first down. Up the middle they go. Lockhart. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. On first down, Lockhart, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
99 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. Now a handoff up the middle. Lockhart and a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
3rd and 2 for Dalton. The quick slant caught. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And Dalton to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Lions appear to be headed to a 9-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? On 1st and 10, Moreland, they will find Winslow on the left side, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling has been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. The Niners on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, this defense, Charles, we know how good they are, but they've been beat a couple of times in this game. However, they got the latest laugh.
And how about the way they hung in there? Because you're exactly right. They're not used to being dented as they've been so far in this game. But what they just did there with that pick six, that's the equivalent of what was happening to them. They're throwing touchdown passes against them. Okay, we'll take one back against you.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Moreland firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw on 2nd down. Moreland. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On 3rd down. Moreland. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. If they had designs. Way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. We look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Not running. Dalton wants to throw. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Dalton sets up play action. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Here's Dalton. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back our